I have won a number of awards in my career, and I think what sets each of those stories apart is the human element to it. That's my passion. I've always been about people, and I feel the stories that I've done that have had the most impact have been the ones where I don't parachute in and out. It's the ones where you spend time, where you look at the aftermath, where you look at not just the breaking news, but the impact, the ripple effect that this has. I think a lot of people go into journalism with the idea that they need to find their voice. If that's the case, go somewhere else. Because if you want to find your voice and amplify your voice, there are a lot of platforms for it. Become a blogger, become a vlogger, write opinion pieces, become an activist. Don't be a reporter, because being a reporter is not about your voice. It's about the voices of others. And you might facilitate storytelling, but at the end of the day, others are still telling their own stories. All you're doing is amplifying that voice. And one of the first things that I was told when I considered journalism is never become the story. It's not about you. Nobody actually cares. Nobody cares what your opinion is. And that's not why we're doing what we're doing. It's something that I like to keep trying. I like to keep myself out of stories. I try not to become the story, and there have been a number of instances throughout my career where I failed at that, but it's still something that I always keep at the forefront and something that I strive towards daily. A lot of people talk about the bravery of what we do, the courage under fire, courage in reporting, bravery in journalism. And yes, that's all very valid, but bravery does not mean stupidity. It's not always about the massive expose or reporting under fire. Sometimes bravery is the little things we do every single day in order to hold power to account, in order to get the story out there, in order to make sure that these stories are heard and that the truth is coming to the fore. I think in as much as we need to be brave, we need to be smart about it. And we need to be brave today that our bravery and our courage can continue to benefit the world tomorrow and the day afterwards too. Become comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you're going to have a lot of that. You're going to experience a lot of that. You're going to feel a lot of that. You're going to be in a lot of positions and situations that take you outside your comfort zone, which is one of the most difficult things about journalism, but also one of the best. It's one of the most amazing things about this career path. But also, when leaning into the sharp edges, and when allowing yourself to be uncomfortable and pushing yourself further than you may be comfortable with, taking yourself out of that comfort zone, there's something else that you need to prepare for. And that is, sometimes you're going to lean too far. And sometimes that sharp edge may draw a little bit of blood. And you need to be ready to do the emotional first aid that's needed when telling these types of stories. Invest in self-care, whether it be a weekend away, whether it doesn't have to be something that costs a lot, whether it's debriefing with colleagues, with friends, with a professional. But even if you don't want to go the professional route, in the media we're this incredible family, and you have colleagues around you, and not everybody might be talking about what they're going through, but we're all in the same situation or in similar situations, and nobody would think less of you if you reach out. And self-care in that sense also means surrounding yourself with a support network of people who understand your context, who understand the work that you do, how you do it, the challenges you face, and what some of the consequences of that work may be. And that to me is important, because I wouldn't have gotten as far as I am today without the support network that I've surrounded myself with. Do not undervalue yourself or your skills. That is the biggest mistake that we make. There isn't a lot of work available. We know that not just the media industry, but all industries are struggling at the moment. And the worst thing we can do is to undersell ourselves, our profession, and our colleagues. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. The moment you work for less than you're worth, you're also forcing everyone around you to work for less than they're worth. And at the end of the day, we keep dropping our prices and dropping our worth, when in today's day and age, we should be pushing our worth, because we know how important the work is that we do. I'm Jamaine Krige in Johannesburg.